Thank you for joining Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you enjoy this class. Don't forget to subscribe.
All right, so let's come into a comfortable seated posture, and we'll do a 30-minute just full body stretch. So let's just ground ourselves. So let your philosophy today just be simply your breath. So widening through the collarbones, sitting with the sit bones, letting that little anchor just hook you in to Mother Earth. Let the rest of the body follow. And as we're grounding, just focus on your breath. And let me share a little story about a guy who went to live at a monastery for about 3 years. And he was in his 20s. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And I guess, for want of a better word, it's a monk school. And he compared his time when he first started regular school. And the first thing that they taught him in regular school was the alphabet, the sounds, the vowels, how to string words together. Notice the subtle upliftment on the inhale. And the subtle dropping down on the exhale, widen through the collarbones. And he remembered his first term of school was all about reading, writing, pronunciation. His first day at the monastery, he was taught how to breathe, how to control your breathing so that whatever state of mind you were in, you could bring that peace and calm to it. And as he talked about his recollection, his first experience was that a 5-year-old monk was teaching the younger monks how to breathe. And I guess the philosophy of the story is that, have we got our priorities right in life when we're teaching our children? Is it more important to learn the sounds of the vowels than to be able to control your mindset, control the peace within you at any time? I'll let you ponder on that. Let's take 3 breaths together, inhaling in through the nose. A big letting go sigh out the mouth. Soften the shoulders. 1 more. Inhaling in. Let the breath go. Soften the jawline. 1 more. Inhaling in. And a big letting go sigh out. If the eyes are shut, just gently open them. And as we practice for the next half an hour, let your breath just be that anchor. So on the inhale, reach the arms up. It might be your first stretch of the day. And on the exhale, reach the arms out to the side and then let the fingertips just tap. On the breath in, you're reaching all the way up. The gaze can go up if there's no healing in the neck. And as you exhale, reaching out and then tapping down. 1 more like that. Reach up, perhaps a little taller, but ground with the sit bones. And as you exhale, coming down. On the breath in, just release that left knee up. Interlace the fingertips on the sole of the foot. Push the knee into the chest on the breath in, and on the breath out, just lengthen it to your degree. It doesn't have to be straight. Good. On the inhale, that subtle lengthening. On the exhale, flare the elbows, bring nose to knee. Feel that little stretch in the hamstrings. With each inhale, a subtle lengthening. With each exhale, perhaps widening the elbows, bringing nose to knee. 1 more breath. And then gently dropping the foot down, the knees still bent. Float the arms up, take a big breath in. On the breath out, the right arm wraps around the knee, the left arm comes behind you. A breath in to lengthen. As you breathe out, turn and gaze over that left shoulder. Notice the quality of your breath. Inhale, you're lengthening. Exhale, twisting a little bit more. One more breath. And then everything comes all the way back around. The arms reach up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, drop the hands to your side. Drop that left knee down. Bring the right foot in front. Good. On the breath in, you're pushing the knee in towards the chest. And on the breath out, with a integrity in your spine, lengthen that right leg. On the inhale, lengthen again. And then on the exhale, flaring the elbows, nose to knee. That leg needs a little micro bend, go ahead. Inhale, another lengthening. Exhale, nose to knee. And then gently guiding the foot back, the knees still bent. Sitting upright again, the arms reach up, take a big breath in. This time left arm wraps around the knee, right arm behind, inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling, turning gaze over that right shoulder. Breathing in to lengthen. Breathing out, twisting. Everything comes all the way back round and gently make your way onto all fours. So hands and knees. Notice how the hips are feeling, drop the gaze. Let's warm the spine up. On the breath in, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And on the breath out, rounding and arching. A few more. Inhaling in, pushing the waist back as the gaze goes up. And as you exhale, rounding and arching. One more. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Back to a neutral spine. Extend the right leg behind you. Take a big breath in, engage the core. Push out through the sole of that right foot. Soften through the shoulders, so micro bend the elbows just a touch. Bring the left arm out for a balance. Make sure that core is engaged and then pull the limbs away from each other. Feel that stretch in the spine, either staying here or reaching back, catching the foot, pulling it towards you. Beautiful. Try and keep that left shoulder open so you're not crushing it in. Push the mat away with the right palm. Feel that stretch in the top of the quads. One more breath. Let's come back to extension first. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, drop the left hand down. Take another breath in and cross the right foot over to the left, landing it on its toes, sliding it back to get that stretch in the left glute. Come down onto your forearms or stay on your palms. And then the harder you push with that right foot, the more you'll feel the stretch. Soften the back of the neck. One more breath here. Inhale, that right leg comes all the way back up. Take another breath. As you exhale, dropping that knee down. Walk the hands to the edges of the mat. Let's come into puppy pose. Chest drops down, hips towards the ceiling. Really creeping those fingertips out, feeling that stretch down the spine. One more breath here. And then gently walking the hands all the way back onto all fours. Another cat-cow curl here. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Back to a neutral spine. Let's take it on the other side. The left leg extends behind you. Push out through the sole of the foot. Micro bend the elbows. Engage your core. And when you're ready, the right arm comes forward. Imagine those limbs pulling away from each other. Pushing the mat away with the left palm. One more breath. Notice your quality of breath in the more difficult poses. One more. And then reaching back if you want that quad stretch. This time, feeling the right shoulder open. The gaze can still be down at the mat. Pulling the foot in towards the body. Good. One more breath here. Come back to extension first. Take that stretch, a big breath in. As you breathe out, the right hand comes down. Left foot still extended. Take another inhale and then cross it over to the right. Sliding it all the way on the toes until you feel the stretch in the right glute and hip. Push a little harder if you want to go a little deeper. Know that your breath is with you 24 hours of the day. We come into this life with an inhale And we exit with an exhale. Lots of breaths in between. One more breath. Engage the core, press into the palms, bring that left leg all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, drop the knee down. This time, dig the toes in and come up for downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up, pushing that upper body back towards the thigh. Bending the knees as much as you need to, widen through the collarbone. Take a breath in, let the breath go. Inhale, the heels lift up, you're on your tippy toes. As you exhale, just bend the knees, almost like they're going to touch the mat. And then inhale all the way back up to downward facing dog. Push the upper body back towards the thighs. One more like that. So on the inhale, lift the heels up. On the exhale, drop the knees, engage the core. Inhale, you push yourself back up. Exhale, upper body towards thighs. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale, the heels lift up. As you exhale, up towards your palms, hang in ragdoll. Let the upper body just hang heavy. Let the breath just flow. What if we taught our children how to breathe, how to regulate your breathing as the first thing when they entered the classroom? What if it was a practice every single day? On the inhale, a halfway lift. On the exhale, a forward fold as you empty the breath. On the breath in, let's ground with the feet, but reach up with the arms, a big stretch. As you exhale, bring the hands to your heart space. Inhale, reaching up and over. Let's take a back bend. And as you exhale, a swan dive down to your mat. Empty your breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. A forward fold as you empty the breath. Let's do one more round. Breathing in, reach up, strong arm. Breathing out, hands to your heart space as you empty the breath. Inhaling, reaching up and over. And as you exhale, come down to your mat, empty the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. A forward fold as you empty the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time let the right fingertips grab hold of the left wrist. Take a breath in, lengthen first. As you breathe out, over to the right. Let's do two more on this side. So inhale, you're creating length first. Exhale, equal weight in the feet, the arms stretch to the right. One more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Inhale, the arms reach up, make a prayer with the palms. As you exhale, seated chair, drop the tailbone down. Length through the crown of the head, good. Softness in the shoulders, come down a little bit more if you want to get more in the hips. Keep the eye gaze focused on one spot. The back of the neck is soft. The breath is flowing. Inhale, you're reaching all the way up. Add a gentle back bend here. As you exhale, neutralize the spine. This time the left fingertips grab hold of the right wrist. Inhale, create length first. As you exhale, equal weight in the feet as you take the stretch over to the left. Two more. Breathing in to reach up. Breathing out to take the stretch. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to take the stretch. Inhale, the arms reach up, interlace the fingertips. This time as you exhale, seated chair, but push the palms away from you as you sink down. Feel the stretch in the arms as well as the hips. Feel the leg muscles switch on. This time on the inhale, sweep the arms all the way up as the legs straighten, adding a gentle back bend. And as you exhale, take a swan dive down to your mat. Empty the breath completely. A halfway lift and a forward fold. Let's pigeon toe the feet out so that they're wide on the mat. Dropping the crown of the head towards the mat. Take it as wide as you want. Bend the elbows. Just take a gentle rock backwards and forwards. So rocking back onto the heels as you lift the toes up. And then back, forward, lifting the heels up as you land on your toes. Just do a few more like that. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. And then placing the feet on the ground. Place the left hand in the middle of the mat. Breathe the right arm up. Keep the gaze either down at the mat or you can extend it up to that top thumb. Really press into that left hand so you feel a stretch in the inner left thigh. Reach up, one more breath. As you exhale, the right hand comes down and the left arm reaches up. The gaze is either at that top thumb or keep the gaze neutral. This time putting a little more pressure into that right palm. One more breath. Left hand comes down. This time take a breath in. As you breathe out, push the right knee out. Take a lunge. Keep the left leg straight. Good. Inhale, we're coming back through to center. Exhale over to the other side. One more on each side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to take the stretch. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh. Inhale back through to center. Exhale to take the stretch. Inhale, come back through to center. Walk the hands over to the right foot. Place the left arm either around the calf or on the foot. The right arm reaches up for a twist. Again, the gaze can be down at the mat as you just twist at the waist, or you can twist at the waist and turn the gaze up. You decide. Most important thing is that breath. Let it be the anchor. One more breath. The hand comes back down. Let's take a walk through the center over to the left foot. This time the right arm wraps around the calf or on the foot and the left arm reaches up. Deepen the twist if you want more at the waist and the spine. Keep the breath flowing. Inhaling, exhaling, one more breath. Left hand comes back down. Let's come back through to center. This time walk the hands forward until you reach that point of resistance. Once you have, keep the palm shoulder width distance. Push the upper body back towards that gap, like a wide-legged downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then walking the hands all the way back through to center. Pigeon toe the feet, so the hip width distance again. On an inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. On an exhale, a forward fold as you empty the breath. Sweep the arms all the way up. Take a big breath in as you reach all the way up. As you exhale, make a prayer at your heart space. Just empty the breath completely. Focusing your eye gaze on one spot. Soften through the shoulders. Let's set an intention for your day today. So shutting down the eye. It might even just be to focus on your breath, to notice maybe at times when you're feeling challenged, you're concentrating, fear, worry, anger. Be aware of what's happening to your breath. And then you can change your state of mind. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. A big letting go sigh out the mouth. Let the arms just drop down by your side as you crack the eyes open. Let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Take a full rotation all the way back. The chest pops out, dropping down. One more. Inhaling, up, exhaling. Good. All the way down. Let the shoulders just drop. Bring that right knee up for a balance. If you feel you need to hold on to something, go ahead. Otherwise, hold on to the bottom of that right knee. Focus your eye gaze. Bring it up a little higher if you want to deepen the stretch. One more breath. And then we're just releasing the knee, pivoting the foot back, catching it with one or both hands to get a stretch in the quads. And again, you can hold on to a wall if you need support. Good. You're breathing in and you're breathing out, grounding with that left foot. One more breath. Release the foot. Bring the knee all the way back up. Place your hands on your hip flexors. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, bring that right knee out to the side. We're opening up the hips. Again, you can hold on to a wall if you need to. Inhale, the knee comes up. Exhale to open up. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, the right knee comes up. Beautiful. As you exhale, drop the foot. Two big toes are together. Swing the arms behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blade. Breathing in, the arms reach all the way up and over. As you breathe out, bending the knees, sweeping the arms to one side. Inhale to reach up and over. Exhale, over to the other side. One more on each side. Breathing in, reaching up and over. Breathing out, bending down a little lower, floating to one side. Inhale to reach up and over. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up. As you exhale, drop the hands back down to your side. Softness in the shoulders. Let's take the rotation the other way. So inhale, shoulders to ears. This time rotating forward and then back. One more. Breathing in and then letting the breath go. Focus the eye gaze as you ground with the right foot and bring the left knee up, holding it just below the knee and then squeezing it into your chest a little bit more, holding onto a wall if you need that support. Notice that little pull in that hip flexor. Notice the quality of your breath. Soften the jaw a little. Lift up through the crown of the head to ease that breath flow. And then from here, just releasing your palms from the knee, bringing the left foot back, either catching it with one or both hands, pulling the foot in towards the body to get that stretch in the quads. Ground with that right foot. One more breath. And then releasing that left knee up. Just holding on either to the bottom of the knee or placing the hands on the hip flexors. On the breath in, the knee comes up. On the breath out, opening up to the side. Inhale to come up. Exhale, opening. One more. Breathing in, keep your eye gaze focused. And breathing out. Inhale, the left knee comes up. As you exhale, dropping the foot down by the right. Just take a gentle rock backwards and forwards. Notice if the breath needs to be regulated. Keep the eye gaze focused. And often beautiful, long, slower and deeper breaths, almost like little love notes or little kisses to our internal organs. On the breath in, let's reach the arms all the way up. On the breath out, bring the hands to your heart space. Empty the breath. Inhaling, reaching up and over, taking a back bend. As you exhale, take a swan dive down to your mat. A halfway lift, the spine shoots forward. And as you exhale, placing the hands on the mat, let the knees gently follow. We're back onto all fours. Let's take a cat-cow here, breathing in as the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And as you breathe out, rounding and arching. Back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, let's extend the right leg behind you. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, just tap right knee to right elbow, but keep the knee nice and high. Engage the core, good. Inhale, the right leg shoots back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, the right leg shoots back. As you exhale, swing it to the outer edge of the mat. Scoot the left knee back a little. Flatten off the foot. Let's just lunge forward with that right knee. On the inhale, rocking back. Almost like the leg straight, but not quite. Exhale to lunge forward. Inhale to rock back. This time, exhale, lunge forward. And then start to make some rotations out to the right, back, bringing the knee in towards the center of the mat, and then out to the other side. Yeah, good. Just notice how this hip flex is feeling. Slow down your breath here. I'm thinking of your breath almost like that internal broom, just cleansing anything which isn't of service to you, removing any dust or cobwebs that have been stored. One more breath. And then bringing the rocks to a stillness. Place the hands on the mat. Keep the left hand grounded. Breathe the right knee, right arm all the way up. The gaze can follow. We'll keep the gaze neutral. And then bring the arm behind you. The gaze can still be neutral. We're twisting at the waist, or you can turn the gaze behind you. You decide. Yeah, good. One more breath. Inhale, the right arm reaches up. As you exhale, drop it back down on the ground. Bring that right knee back so you're in a modified plank. The knees are a little bit further back. Take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, coming all the way down. Inhale, either up dog or cobra. As you exhale, drop the left hip. Just twist. You can gaze over the right shoulder or keep the gaze neutral. Inhale, back through to center, take a back bend. Exhale, drop the right hip, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back through to center, take a breath in. As you breathe out, dropping all the way down again. Inhale, a back bend. As you exhale, dig the toes in, come up for downward facing dog. Let's get that last stretch of the spine. Pushing the upper body back towards the thighs, bending the knees as much as you need to. Let the breath keep flowing. One more breath. And then dropping the knees down so we're back onto all fours. Take one cat-cow curl here. Really push the waist back. And then ripple belly button to spine. Back to a neutral spine. Let's extend the left leg behind you, equal weight in the palms, take a breath in. As you breathe out, left knee taps left elbow, engage the core, keep the knee high. Inhale, the leg shoots back with control. Exhale, give it a little tap. Inhale, the leg shoots back. And this time as you exhale, swinging it to the left edge of the mat. Scoot the right knee back. And then firstly, we're just lunging forward. Inhale to rock back. Exhale, lunging forward. Keep the back of the neck soft. And then from the rocks backwards and forwards, we're going to morph them into circles. So lunging forward, out to the side, perhaps coming onto the side of the foot, rocking it back, and then in towards the middle. Just moving in a way that feels good for your body and this particular hip flexor. Your breath is steady. Often it's a reflection of our state of mind. If the breath is a little choppy, perhaps the mind chatter has ramped up a little bit. So when you notice that the mind is full, bring your attention to your breath. See if you can slow it down a little. One more breath. And then bringing those movements to a stillness. This time the right hand remains grounded. Inhale, the left arm reaches all the way up first. Take a big breath in. Either remaining just in extension or reaching back with the hand, twisting at the waist. Either keeping the gaze in the front of the mat or turning it behind you. You decide. Push the mat away with the right palm. One more breath. Inhale, the left arm reaches up. Exhale to drop back down. Push into the palms as you just bring the left knee back. Come into a modified plank again. Engage the core, no dumping in the back. A breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, lowering all the way down. Inhale, taking a back bend here. As you exhale, widen the knees, bring the two big toes together as you push yourself into child's pose. Let the head rest on something. And slow down your breath a little bit more here. You're inhaling and you're exhaling. Another breath in. Let the breath go. And then gently, keeping the hips where they are, walk the hands back towards the knees. If that's uncomfortable for you, then you can bring the knees together or place a bolster in between to sit on. And once you're there, just sit up nice and tall. Widen through the collarbone. On the breath in, reach the arms all the way up. On the breath out, place the left hand on the right knee. The right hand comes behind, lengthening first. Twist and gaze over that right shoulder. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to twist. Everything comes back round to center, reaching the arms up, perhaps adding a gentle back bend here. Let's take it on the other side. Right hand on left thigh, left hand behind. Take a breath in first, and then take the twist on the exhale. Another breath in. Let the breath go. Bring everything back round to center. Either stay in the position you're in or come into a cross-legged position, whichever's going to feel comfortable. Shut the eyes down and just come into your breath. We'll do a 3-part breath. So soften through the collarbones. Focus your eye gaze internally. And on the breath in, imagine the pit of the belly just filling up. And then the ribs. And then the heart space. Take a pause. And as you exhale, it coming out the same way, so through the heart, the ribs, and the belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart, pause. Exhale, heart, ribs, belly. Let's just do a few more like that. Really soften the body, even though you're grounding with the sit bones. Let the upper body be soft. Sometimes all we have is our breath, just to breathe through any situation. And as we slow down our breath, perhaps everything that we're chasing will come round again and catch us. Slow down the breath a little more. Sometimes the most important thing in a whole day is the rest we take between 2 deep breaths. Just taking 2 more rounds like that. And come back into your natural breath. Keeping the eyes shut. On the breath in, reach the arms all the way up as we greet our Monday. As you exhale, just bring the hands to your heart space. Keep the gaze within, remembering your intention. And as we finish this short practice, my invitation to you today is just to breathe, be aware of your breath, to pause amidst the busyness during the days of back-to-back appointments, celebrations and meetings, during the moments when life seems to be moving at 100 miles an hour, to pause, to take it all in right where you are now, to reacquaint yourself with who you are, to remind yourself that you're doing your best and that is all you can do, to pause again, allow yourself to take a moment to stretch, to feel your muscles relax, to let any tension fall away, to pause again, to take as much air as your lungs will allow, and simply just to breathe. And when in doubt, know that you're doing the very best you can. Take a deep inhale through the nose, this beautiful life-giving breath called pranayama. Exhale through the mouth. Today, breathe, pause, make space, reflect on your thoughts, and remember, breath by breath, day by day. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us for Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you've enjoyed the class. Please subscribe and make sure if you have any questions, please send an email, get in touch some way. Once again, thank you and have a great day.